Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. On the 6th of October, we have this Mahalaya Amavasya. It is a new moon day that is known as Amavasya. And this one is special because we show our gratitude to our ancestors, that is our Pitrus. So this is observed all over India among the Hindus. There may be a variation in the kind of food offered. For example, in North India, you might have a puri and pumpkin sabji and chana and suji halwa and things like that. In Western India, it may be different. I am today going to show you the traditional kind of food in South India which we prepare at home. So the main thing is that certain kind of vegetables are not used. We use only the local or desi vegetables. So generally potatoes, carrot, beans and are not used. Also we don't use brinjal. Of course onion and garlic are definitely out. And also we don't use drumstick. So only certain kinds of vegetables are used in this. I am going to show you a complete step-by-step procedure because many might feel, Amma, I stay alone, I don't know how I will be able to manage such a meal, I don't have help. So all it requires is good planning. If you plan well, you can do everything very efficiently. So let's see how to do it. First of all, the basic vegetables I plan to use are this: raw banana, bitter gourd, ash gourd or white pumpkin and cucumber. So when I say planning, see that you buy all these vegetables beforehand and keep it ready. The menu is, we are going to have this cucumber or Veldrika Tair Pachadi, that is a kind of raita, raw banana, dry sabji, pavakai or bitter gourd pitle, which is something like a sambar but thicker in consistency, and a more kootu, another gravy based dish using this white pumpkin. The vegetables have been bought and ready. Next, what can we do on the previous night itself and keep ready? For the pavaka pitle, I am going to use this chana. I have already soaked it and kept. This is the black chana. You can even use the white kabuli chana or even groundnuts, whatever you have you can use. So this can be soaked overnight and kept ready. I have already boiled the milk and set the curd overnight. So morning my curd is set and ready. Next, in the morning what you can do? First thing, since we are going to have payasam and vadai also along with other side dishes. Here I have some milk which I have boiled and kept ready for the payasam. This is what you can do first thing in the morning. Also for the vadai, I am using this urad dal. So you can soak how much ever quantity you need, half cup, or today I have soaked 1 cup of urad dal and kept it ready first thing in the morning. Next, you can start by keep chopping, peeling and chopping the vegetables. See, the raw banana I have peeled and chopped, kept in water. The cucumber I have peeled and grated and kept ready. This pavakai or bitter gourd, you can either cut it into rounds or just into semicircle slices and remove the seeds and keep ready whichever way you want. Since we are using jaggery for the payasam, we can grate the jaggery and keep it ready. Today I am using the jaggery powder which is readily available, so that is done. Also we will need some grated coconut, so grate some coconut, keep ready. A few pieces of coconut I have kept for the payasam. Then this is for the rasam, I have chopped 1 tomato. Now for this white pumpkin also I have peeled, chopped and kept ready. For making this, we will need to grind a paste of chana dal and green chilies. I have soaked about 1 tablespoon of chana dal, kept it ready. Now for the vadai, I will need some ginger and green chilies, keep it ready. Of course, we will need curry leaves for many of the dishes. For the payasam, some cashew nuts, raisins and cardamom. And these are the masala items which we will roast and grind for the pitle. That is the dish which we are going to make with this pavakai or bitter gourd. We need coriander seeds, chana dal, urad dal, dry red chilies and coconut. After keeping all this ready, soak about 1-2 inch piece of tamarind for the pitlai and another 1 inch piece of tamarind for the rasam. So this is also ready. Once all this pre-preparation is ready and done, we can easily do the complete menu step by step. Now I am going to use my pressure cooker and use all these separator pans so that we can cook many items at a time. So the first step, we can use our pressure cooker. We will cook the rice. This is tuvar dal for the bitter gourd pitlai, and here I have moong dal and a tablespoon of chana dal for the payasam, and this is the soaked chana. So we can wash the rice, wash the tuvar dal, soaked chana is ready. Now for the payasam, first we'll dry roast the moong dal and the chana dal. I have taken 1 cup of moong dal and 1 tablespoon of chana dal. We'll just dry roast it lightly. Just dry roast it for about 2 to 3 minutes, that is enough. We can switch it off. We'll remove it. Now I'll wash the rice and dals and bring them. Now everything is washed. For 1 cup rice, I have added 2.5 cups water. Here, this is our tuvar dal for the pitlai, 1/3 cup tuvar dal. I have added 1 cup water, and also I am just going to add a pinch of haldi to this. I have added a little water to the soaked chana. I will place it inside this, and this is our roasted and washed moong dal and chana dal mix. For this I have taken 1 cup of moong dal. I have added 1.5 cups of water to this. Now I will place everything together in the pressure cooker. So this is for the payasam, this is for the rice, and this is for the pitlai. Always place some water in the base of your pressure cooker, and then we can place this all together. Close the cooker and we'll cook it for 3 whistles. So that is done. Next, do our raw banana curry, that is vaalikai curry, which is a dry sabji. Now for making the raw banana dry sabji, heat a spoon of oil, add some mustard seeds, urad dal, dry red chilli, some hing, a few curry leaves, when the dals are brown, drain out this soft raw banana pieces and add to it. I have used just 1 raw banana today, peeled it and chopped it into cubes. To this I am adding some turmeric powder and salt. Mix it well. Just sprinkle a handful of water on it. I'll cover it and cook till done. After a few minutes, just open it and check. Raw banana cooks very quickly, so you can check if it is done. Lightly just stir fry it for another 1 or 2 minutes, and your raw banana curry is ready. I am just adding a spoon of fresh grated coconut to this and mix it all well together. This is done. Vaalikai curry. Vaalikai curry or raw banana dry sabji is done and ready. Next we will make the Pushnika Morkuttu. Pushnika is this white pumpkin or ash gourd, and the Morkuttu is a curd based gravy. Take the peeled and chopped Pushnika in a pan. Add some water. Add some salt and allow it to cook. So while we are waiting for the vegetable to boil and cook, we can grind the masala. We have already soaked this chana dal and 2 or 3 green chilies. Take it in a blender jar. And this, I am going to add some grated coconut, about 1/4 cup. We'll blend all this into a paste. The dal and green chili paste is ground and ready. Here I have about half a cup of curd which I have beaten well and kept ready. This will also be added to the Morkuttu once that is boiled. See, this is not yet done. It needs to cook a little more. So meanwhile, we'll grind for the vadai also. When you grind for vadai, don't add too much water. Just sprinkle water as and when required. Remember, we had soaked the urad dal first thing in the morning. So if it soaks for about 1 to 2 hours, that is enough. I am draining out the water and grinding it now. We can check on our pushnika now. See, it is well cooked. Now to this, we'll add this ground paste. Now mix it well and allow it to cook for a few minutes. Now this is the buttermilk, that is the curd which we have beaten and kept. Add it. Let everything come to a boil and we can switch it off. Don't need to cook it too much after adding the curd. See, it has started boiling now, and the masala is also well cooked. We can switch it off. First add a little bit of raw coconut oil. Now for the tempering, we'll add some coconut oil, add some mustard seeds, cumin seeds, that is jeera, and some fresh curry leaves. Pour this on top of the Morkuttu. See, our Morkuttu is now done and ready. Our batter is ground well for the vadai. When you drop a blob in water, it should float like this. That is the correct consistency. If you grind the dal in a mixie, don't worry, just beat it well like this for about 2 to 3 minutes. You can even use your hand also, or if you have a whisk or a beater, you can beat it like this very well so that it incorporates air and becomes light and fluffy. To this ground batter, we'll add some salt, a few curry leaves, and here I have some chopped ginger, a few green chilies. Also, if you like, you can add this black pepper, just coarsely crushed into 1 or 2, that's it. Need not do it very finely. You can add that too. Also about half a spoon of rice flour you can add to make the vadais really crisp. Now mix everything well together. We'll cover this and keep it aside for now, because vadai is the last thing I am going to make, so that we get hot vadais for lunch. The cooker also is ready. The pressure has released. Let's open it. rice is done. This is the dal for the pitle, that's also done. The chana is also well cooked. I will cover all this. And this is the dal for the payasam. So now we will make the payasam. The dal is very well cooked and soft, both the moong dal as well as the bits of chana dal. Now I am adding this jaggery powder. If you don't have jaggery powder, just grate some jaggery, add water and dissolve it. Here I am using jaggery powder, so I am adding it directly to the dal. For 1 cup of moong dal, I am adding 1.5 cups of jaggery. Mix it well together and allow it to come to a boil. See, the payasam is boiling well now. I will switch it off. At this stage, you can either add coconut milk or just regular cow's milk. Today I am adding only cow's milk. So, this is boiled and cooled milk. Switch off the gas and then add a cup of milk to this. And mix it well together. So our payasam is nearly done. We'll remove with this and we just have to add some cashew and raisins, and if you like, if you have the availability, you can just fry a few coconut pieces and also add. Heat some ghee in a pan. Fry a few pieces of chopped coconut. Next add in the cashew and raisins too. When everything is well fried, just add it to the payasam. Here I have some powdered cardamom. We'll add it that also. Now our payasam is ready. Next we'll make the pavakai pitle, that is a bitter gourd gravy. This is something like a sambar but slightly thicker in consistency. First we'll grind the masala for that. Just heat a spoon of oil. Add about 6 or 7 dry red chilies, 2 teaspoon coriander seeds, 2 teaspoons chana dal and 1 teaspoon of urad dal. Just lightly fry them till the dals are well roasted. All the spices are well roasted. Now I am adding half a cup of grated coconut to this and just give it a toss. Mix everything well together. Switch it off. Allow this to cool down. When cool, grind it into a paste in your blender jar. Meanwhile, just take a teaspoon of oil. Add these chopped bitter gourd pieces to it. Just stir it for a couple of minutes. Next add some water to this. Add salt. A little bit of turmeric powder. Allow this to boil till the vegetable is well cooked. See, in the beginning we had soaked some tamarind separately for the pitle. Now it is soaked well, we can extract the juice. See, the bitter gourd or pavakai is well cooked now. At this stage, we can add this tamarind extract and also the boiled chana, and allow everything to come to a boil till the raw smell of the tamarind goes away. See, the cooked tur dal, I have mashed it well. I have taken one portion, the major portion, to add to the pitle. Then about 2 to 3 tablespoons I have reserved as kalat parpu, that is plain dal, and the little bit of this we can use it for rasam. Now while the pavakai pitle is cooking, side by side let us dry roast some ingredients for the rasam. Here I have some tuvar dal, one dry red chili, half a teaspoon of black pepper and jeera or cumin seeds. Dry roast all these ingredients together and then powder them in your mixing jar. For the rasam, we had soaked the tamarind right at the beginning. I have extracted the juice. So side by side, we can make the rasam also. Tamarind extract, add some salt, one chopped tomato and a few curry leaves. So we have taken the rasam masala ingredients and we'll blend it into a slightly coarse powder. The rasam powder is blended and ready. We'll add it to the rasam. Meanwhile, our bitter gourd, that is pavaka pitle, is also boiling well. Now we'll add this cooked tuvar dal to it. Also, this ground masala paste which we had kept ready with coconut, dhania seeds, red chilies, dals. Give everything a good mix and allow it to come to a boil till it thickens a little more also. See, the rasam is frothing up. Now we'll add this little bit of dal, about 2 tablespoons of cooked dal, and top it up with more water. Allow it all to come to a boil once again. Our pitle is boiling, rasam is also boiling. Meanwhile, let us make the tair pachadi with the cucumber. We have already peeled and grated half a cucumber and kept ready. To that now we'll add some salt and also some curd on top of it. You can add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of curd and give it all a good mix. Then we only have to do the tempering for this. See, our pitle is boiling very well, done and ready with the parikai and the chana. See, the rasam is frothing up well. Now we can switch this off. Also, our pavaka pitle has also come to the right consistency. We can switch this off too. Here I have a small piece of jaggery which I can add to the pitle. This is optional. If you want, you add, otherwise you can omit it too. Now we'll do the tempering for the pavaka pitle. I have taken 1 spoon of oil. When it is hot, add some mustard seeds, a tablespoon of groundnut. I can't resist the temptation because I love groundnuts in the pitle, and also a few pieces of urad dal. Add 1 dry red chili and pour it on the pitle. For the tair pachadi or the cucumber raita, just a little bit of oil, some mustard seeds, urad dal, a few curry leaves and some green chilies. Add it to the raita, that is the tair pachadi. For the pitle, we can even add some hing to it. For rasam, heat a spoon of ghee, add mustard seeds, jeera, that is cumin seeds, and some hing. Now pour this on top of the rasam. Also some curry leaves for the pitle. So now our bitter gourd or pavaka pitle, rasam and tair pachadi are ready. For the kalat paruppu, we just need to add a little bit of salt. Now we are ready to make the final item, that is vade. We have already ground the batter, kept it ready, mixed all the ingredients. Now this is that EcoBake, Unirap EcoBake paper, parchment paper. We can use this for making the vade. Just pat it down with wet hands, wet fingers. Make a hole in the center and slide it into the oil. Again, take a ball of dough. See how easily it slides off the paper. Cook till they are a nice golden brown, and then carefully you can flip it over like this. When they are well done to a lovely reddish or golden color, drain it out from the oil and remove. I'll give you the link to this Audi parchment paper, EcoBake parchment paper. Those of you who are new to my channel, this is the Audi EcoBake parchment paper, which we can use both for baking and cooking. It's very convenient. I've shown you how to make cookies also earlier with this, and we just take out this roll and you can tear it out and use as much as you want. See, our vades are fried and ready, lovely crispy vades. Remember, don't add too much water. If you add too much water, then it will become oily. Your batter should be fluffy and soft. Now we are ready to serve our traditional Amavasya lunch. We take a banana leaf, wash it well. The tip known as nuni should be to the left of the person seated. So I have kept the nuni here, the left, and then we sprinkle some water on it. Now we can start serving. First we serve a little bit of payasam. This is the pachadi or cucumber raita. Next the varika curry, that is the raw banana dry sabji. This is the pushnika ash gourd white pumpkin more kootu, that is the curd based gravy. Parupu. The rice is served on the lower half of the leaf. Vade. Some ghee on the rice. This is the parika pitle, rasam, curd, and some extra payasam. The tender mango pickle or vadamaga pickle. Some of you ask me why have I put the leaf on the countertop. Definitely we are not going to eat here. This is just a demo of the serving for the video purpose. We sit down on the floor cross-legged and the leaf is kept on the floor, and that's how the meal is eaten. So thank you for watching the video. I hope this helps you in planning and preparing your Amavasya lunch, so that you can do it without any tension and do it in a very calm and peaceful way too. And it is a good way to get the blessings of our ancestors and also show our gratitude to them. So thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen, and we'll meet again with another video from Geeta's Kitchen.